Hey guys, thank you so much for joining in. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining in. We are waiting for some more people to join in, and then we can start the live session with Neha Dhingra from Fun with Foods. She has planned an absolutely fantastic session for us with the kids. So very, very excited to have her and see what the session is going to be all about. Hi Deepika, hi Shivani. Hey guys, so glad to see all of y'all here. Hope y'all are having a good weekend. Hi there. Sorry, I think Neha is having a little bit of trouble logging in. But hi Nirvan, so good to see you. So this is, I've asked Neha to keep it nice and simple as well, so that the kids can kind of do it as much on their own with as little assistance as possible. I think Neha is having some trouble logging in. Hi, hello. So we're planning a really fun, simple cooking session right now, where the kids can actually have fun while they are cooking. It's almost like a play while cooking kind of a session. Sorry, we're just waiting on Neha to join in. Yeah, I think Neha is here. I'm gonna just bring her on. So yes, so good to see all of you all. Hi Neha.
Guys,
Hi.
how's everyone doing?
Doing very well, and thank you so much for being a part of this session. We are very, very excited to see what we have planned for the little ones. And just a little introduction, guys. This is Neha. She is the founder of Fun with Foods, an absolutely amazing and super concept where kids are introduced to food in a fun and engaging manner, and cooking, baking, all of that, but again in a child-centric, in a fun way. So I've done a couple of sessions with Neha myself, and we've had an absolute blast. So hope you guys enjoy it, and over to you, Neha.
Thank you, Samriddhi. Thank you for having us over. Hi, guys. This is me, Neha, and she's a little chef, Riya. Say hi to everyone.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
So I know it's lockdown and all the kids are super bored at home. But first of all, let me start. I hope everyone is at home and safe and happy and having a gala time with their family. So today, let's do something interesting. We'll be making something called a Play-Doh. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun. But what does Play-Doh have to do with cooking, Auntie?
Yeah, so the main twist in that is that you can eat that dough. That means it will be a chocolate clay.
Yay.
Yay! So you can make it and you can play with it. Isn't it super fun?
That sounds really exciting. Can't wait.
So I hope everyone has all the stuff that I think Samriddhi already shared with everyone. If people don't have also, we have really basic stuff which I think you can get it in 1 minute at your place. So let's wait for another minute, yes? Or should we start?
I think let's start. A lot of people have joined in.
So let's start. So Riya will be showing us all the steps. Say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
So first of all, we have Oreo biscuit. You have to just start removing the white cream from the biscuit. She's already started. I know she can't wait.
That's the kid's favorite, right? Like Shivansh, I think when he sees Oreo, that's it. He can't see beyond that. So
Yeah, I think anything made from Oreo is everyone's favorite, including me.
oh, absolutely. Oreo is like our household favorite.
Yeah, so Ria is removing the cream from the biscuits, and doesn't matter if the biscuits break, if it's a mess, that's the entire thing to engage the kids in a really cool culinary activity. Just to make a small clay, I think 6-7 biscuits should be enough. I'll just help her maybe.
Neha, in case someone doesn't have Oreo, what are the other biscuits?
Yeah,
options that
I was
you can
about to tell that. So, in case you don't have Oreo, you can use Parle G or Marie biscuit or any digestive biscuit, hide and seek, whatever biscuit you have at home. It's just that if you are using any non-chocolatey biscuit, then you can maybe just add few drops of chocolate syrup to make it chocolatey. Like Oreo doesn't need chocolate syrup, so that's why we're using Oreo. Otherwise,
Okay, so
any
the
biscuit,
idea.
whatever you have at home, should be good.
Okay, so the main thing is that there should be a little bit of a chocolate flavor to it.
Yeah. Even if right now you don't have chocolate syrup, that's absolutely fine. Kids will love playing with this edible clay. So that is, I think, really good.
And you've taken about 6 pieces of Oreo, right?
Yeah, 6 to 7 are, I think,
6
enough
to
for a
7.
small piece of clay to make.
Perfect. Perfect. Hi Neha.
You know, a lot of people are watching you today.
Yeah,
You're live on Instagram. Isn't it exciting? I'm sure when
I
you
think
grow up, you're going to see this.
this is the best part when you can actually play. Otherwise, normally you always tell the kids that, when you're eating, don't do this, don't break it, don't crumble
Yeah.
it, don't do that. And I think this is the most exciting bit where
So
you can actually.
I think the most important prerequisite that we missed, that you should have washed your hands. I'm assuming everyone has hands clean, and then
Oh,
only they start.
trust me. I think we're at a stage where I think every half an
Yeah.
hour we all are,
Yeah.
washing our hands and sanitizing. But yes, just want to kind of reiterate, of course, guys, and especially the little babies, please make sure that before you do any activity that
Just a few
involves,
more.
holding hands, like touching your hands or anything like that, to make sure you wash your hands really, really well.
Yeah.
A good 20 seconds. So count till 20, wash your hands, and then sanitize well.
Yeah. And that is also absolutely fine if you're licking the white cream in between, because I know a lot of kids can't resist.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's the fun of cooking, right? Like, I remember as a kid what I really enjoyed, while baking was, licking that little batter before I actually made the cookie or the cake. So that's the fun part of it. Wow, I love how diligently you're doing it. I think as grown up, we don't do that. But yeah, that's really good to see.
So that is the best part. If you engage the kids in the process of making food, this is right now a very simple thing we are making. You can begin by doing this. It actually enhances a lot of skills in kids. It enhances their confidence, creativity, gross and fine motor skills. So yeah, there's a lot attached to it apart from just cooking.
Of course, and also even in terms of focus and concentration, beyond creativity, because something like this requires you to be obviously focused for a little while. So a great way, especially for the younger ones, just to kind of get them into that whole zone of focusing a little bit.
Okay, so I can see she's already started licking. She can't wait.
How cute. Great.
So if they're engaged, if the kids are engaged in the process of cooking, that's what I felt in my journey of past 3 years since I started Fun with Food. They actually started learning about the importance of each ingredient, the food. They have a feeling of gratitude. So there's a lot more attached to it with just food and just eating. So that is the best thing. And they also started enjoying like eating is a good habit. Eating healthy is good. So yeah.
No, and I think especially in a time like this, like with the lockdown, I think a lot of us have realized that cooking is a really important life skill, not just, for girls,
Yeah.
but even boys. It's so important that they kind of have that comfort level, being in the kitchen. And what better way to introduce it to them than
Yeah.
through something fun and engaging. So they start seeing it in a more exciting way rather than,
Yeah.
oh, why be in the kitchen? It's boring.
So I think we have removed the cream, as you can see.
Fantastic. Now, what would be the next
Now
step?
we'll just, if you have any pouch at home, we have this pouch right now, or any butter paper or any ziploc. We'll be just putting the biscuit inside that and crushing it with a rolling pin. Right now I'm using this one from my kitchen.
Okay. So it can be
Or
anything.
if moms are helping, you can even crush it using your hand. It might just take a little bit more time. We have to just make complete fine powder of these biscuits without the cream.
So I can even put it, if nothing else, even if I have a soft cloth, like the soft, Malmal kitchen cloth or something like that.
Yeah,
Can I
you
put
can
it in
use that. Anything.
Okay.
I think anything with which you can make it into a fine powder, you can make that. Use that. So that's her favorite bunny bag in which she generally makes this clay.
Very cute. Nice. Great.
So she's gone on the floor right now to crush.
Oh, wow. Nice. What
Yeah.
fun. Forget anything else. What fun. I would love to be doing that. So all you kids, when all
Make
that
sure
anger
it
and
doesn't
frustration
come
that is
out
coming
from
from
the
those math and Hindi classes, right here, the perfect way. Had a long day at school, this is what you can do to kind of get rid of all of that. Wow, nice. Oh. And how diligently, like absolutely made it into fine. So it should be absolutely fine pieces out there.
We have to just make sure that there are no big pieces left. So you can maybe keep checking in between and see. Is it done, Ria? No? And be very careful. Don't hurt your fingers.
Yeah, that's true.
If the kids are really small, they can definitely take help of their parents. I think it should be done.
Can it also be put in the mixer, or is it better if they crush it with their hands rather than using the mixer? Neha, would you recommend using a blender or a mixer?
Ideally, no, because the main concept behind this is when we are crushing the biscuit, we are using our fingers, we are using our hands. It's also a skill in itself.
It's more tactile. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. If you are making like a huge amount of clay, then probably you can use. Or if the kids are really small, because crushing a biscuit in itself is an activity that actually
Of
enhances
course.
one's fingers. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I think the first activity that any child should start in the kitchen is by crushing a biscuit. That's what I read somewhere.
No, but that's true, right? That's probably the most fun as well. Like the whole idea of
Yeah.
feeling that texture in your hand. So yeah.
So let's just take out the biscuit now. Powder. You
Great.
can use this plate. Green one. Yeah. Take out all and please. Ooh, we have the chocolate powder now.
Wow. Wow, that's nicely crushed. Great, that's all nicely crushed.
Yeah. So if you feel there are little bit few big pieces, you can just crush it using your fingers right now. That's what she's doing.
Great. Hi, Hi there. We have a lot of people who've joined in. Hi, we're excited
Hello,
to have
everyone.
this session.
Okay, so I think let's move on to the next step. This we have milk, plain milk,
Okay.
and this we have butter. You can use white or yellow butter, whatever you have at home available.
Right.
So now we'll be adding milk to it. Just start by adding few spoons. Basically what we have to do is we have to make a dough out of it.
Okay.
If you immediately add a lot of milk, it might become too loose.
So
Initially,
you've
you
added
can
about 2 spoons of milk and
for
about
7 biscuits, starting with 2 spoons of milk should be good, and 1 spoon of butter.
1 spoon of butter. So for 7
Yeah.
biscuits, we'll use 2 spoons of milk and 1 spoon of butter. Okay.
Yes. So now the best part, mix it using your hands and make a dough. How your mama makes atta in the house? It's a chocolate atta, chocolate clay.
Nice. Guys,
And
please keep
gradually
the
you will
questions
realize that
coming.
if you need more milk or more butter.
Do keep the questions coming in, guys, wherever you all want to know a little bit more. And of course, at the end of it, please send us pictures of your kids making this. We cannot wait to see all the fun that they've had creating
It
this.
would be amazing to see everyone's pictures.
Yes, please do share at the end of the session.
Are you enjoying, Ria?
Yes.
Great. So we have some people who are joining in right now. Deepika, it's about 1 spoon of butter and 2 spoons of milk. So for all the people who've joined in now, I'll just do a quick recap. We are making this really exciting Play-Doh, chocolate Play-Doh. And we have we've removed the cream from the Oreo biscuit, crushed it, and now we have added 2 spoons of milk and 1 spoon of butter to make the dough. Am I right, Neha? Have I missed out something?
Yeah, absolutely. You've learned it right.
I think even Shivansh has figured it out. He's enjoying it. Are you loving it or no? Yeah? We can't see you
Yes.
here.
So the main thing behind
Enjoying the
Hello.
session? Okay, great.
Say hi.
Hello.
So the main thing behind this is you have to just keep checking. I think this one doesn't need more milk or butter. It just needs lots of mixing so that it becomes smooth and soft like a clay.
Okay, and so what I can do is I can constantly keep adding a little bit of milk to make it softer and the butter.
Only if it's required, because if it'll become too loose, then you need to add more Oreo biscuit to it.
Okay.
So that is also one thing. In case you feel it's become too loose, you can maybe add little bit of more Oreo powder to it. It should
Okay.
become fine.
Great. That's Nirvan.
So keep
Say hi.
practicing,
Say
keep
hi,
making
Nirvan.
softer
He's watching it with you.
Where is Nirvan?
He's there. Say hi, Nirvan.
Hi, Nirvan.
Hi. And say hi to your new friend.
Can you tell everyone what are you making?
Chocolate dough.
Chocolate dough.
Chocolate dough. Yum. We can't wait to play and
What
eat
are you gonna do with it?
Leave.
Play. And then you can eat
And
it also.
bubble it up. Hi, Raghav saying hi as well. Hi, Raghav.
Hi, Raghav.
This is fantastic. Oh, wow.
So the main step also in this is just to mix and make it as soft and smooth as possible.
This is such a fantastic way to, just get those gross and fine motor skills going. And so fun. Yes, thank you. We've got a very sweet comment. Eat your toy. That's cool. Yes, it is very, very cool. A toy that's edible or a game that's edible is always so much fun.
I hope all the kids are having fun, though we can't see everyone, but I'm
Oh
assuming
no, they're
everyone's
having a blast. We're getting a lot of comments, a lot of kids enjoying it, a lot of kids saying hi, and the fact that they're really having a good time doing this. So yes, kids are having a blast. But please, mommies out there,
almost
do
there.
share pictures, videos, whatever of your kids making this and enjoying making this. We'd love to see that.
Yeah, it's almost there. I think another minute of crushing, it should be done.
Yay, thank you, Nirvan, for enjoying it. Lots of people enjoying it. I think the video has stopped. Hi, Neha. I think there was a little bit of a connectivity issue in the middle. Neha? Hey, that's Ayansh. Hi, Ayansh.
Hi, Anj.
Kabir is loving it too. Hi, Kabir.
Hi, Kabir.
So happy to see that you're having fun. Neha, I don't think we're able to hear you. Neha? 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 Neha, hi. Hi. Neha? Neha, I think the sound seems to be a bit of a challenge. We're not able to hear you. Sorry, let me try and. Neha, we're not able to hear you. Hey, I'm so glad that you're able to have fun. Okay, I think the dough is ready. I think there seems to be a bit of a connectivity issue on Neha's end. But yes, I think the dough is almost ready. And she is shaping it now into different shapes. Neha? 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 I'm unable to reach her. Okay, now I think she's basic. Let me try and talk you guys through it. I think she's having trouble with the audio. So basically, all she's done after that is she's cut it into made it into smaller balls and rolled it to probably cut it into different shapes. We had requested you guys to get some cookie cutters or any other molds that you have in place. And we can now use that to cut to make these into different shapes of cookies. I think that's what Neha's trying to do out there. Oh wow, she's made a little basket. How adorable is that little basket? And she's filling it up now with little round balls. That's fun. That's really fun. Nice. And what is the other shape? Can you show us the other shape a little bit more clearly? Okay, so these are, the butter is supposed to be 1 spoon of butter with 2 spoons of milk. That's used at the time of basically mixing the crushed Oreo biscuits to make them into dough. And she's basically made it into different shapes. You can make a square in the shape of a chocolate, and if you have cookie cutters at home, you can use them to probably make stars, hearts, whatever you feel like. Wow, what fun. This looks really, really exciting. Guys, I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are having. Sorry, unfortunately, the audio seems to have gone off on Neha's end, but I hope I can translate everything. Wow, this looks like so much fun. Great, look at there, she's made a little A. Wow, that is so cool. Very, very cool. That is so cool. So yeah, we should definitely, guys, all of y'all must try this at home. Try all the different shapes. The basket with the little, oh, I think it's a nest. Sorry, I think she's made a little nest with a little egg. Then there are letters out there. And let's see what else is this little genius of a chef making for us. What fun. Perfect tactile experience. Sorry, a tablespoon or a teaspoon. I think basically a teaspoon of butter should be good. Basically, what you need to do is make sure your dough is soft, and it's something you can basically turn it into. You can use it. You can make it flexible. You can make different objects with it. But at the same time, if you feel that your dough is becoming too slippery, then you might want to use a little bit. Then you won't need to put any more butter. But if you feel that the dough is still dry after putting that 1 teaspoon, then you can add a little bit more butter and even milk if you feel that the dough is still dry. The idea is that it should become as soft as Play-Doh, so it's soft, but at the same time you can easily mold it into different shapes. Wow, what fun. And this is such a perfect way to let your kids be creative, allow them to make their own different shapes, let their imagination go wild. This is great. Okay, so we are also going to add a lot of different toppings. So some of the toppings that I can see out there are dry fruit sprinkles. We spoke about adding different toppings to it. You can even add actually maybe different fruits to it. If you have some cut fruits that you want to add, you could do that. Pieces of maybe cherries. Here I think she's adding some marshmallows as well as some dry fruits as well. Dry fruit shavings, I can see, basically pieces of almond. Look very, very exciting. And of course, it's a great way to make sure your little ones eat the necessary dry fruits. How cute. So see, this is the letter A, which is made by adding these really tiny pieces of marshmallows to it. Fantastic. And of course, you can make it as creative as you want. Add those little pieces of dry fruits. You can even add, like I said, maybe small pieces of dried cherries. You could add, like gems to it. You can add sprinkles to it, whatever you feel like. What else are we adding? I see we're adding those colorful sprinkles. Wow, this looks exciting. So yeah, you guys can add, and if you have chocolate chips, tiny pieces of chocolate chips at home, you can always add that too. Wow, what fun, and super colorful. Super colorful. Oh, the nest looks absolutely gorgeous. You can basically, it's a great way, maybe you can come up with a theme, given that it's summer right now and unfortunately all of us are locked in, but our kids might want to think about all the activities that they could have done outdoors. I know Shivansh loves the beach, so maybe you can come up with a theme of a beach vacation or something like that, where you can, the different shapes could be of the beaches. Can we bake it? Not really, because the idea of this is really more of a Play-Doh kind of a thing, like a cookie batter, but not. We haven't necessarily put all the. You don't have to bake it. Like it's more of just a Play-Doh that you can play with and eat. So here are some of the other toppings. Yes, Nirvan baby, you can eat it. That's the best part about this activity, that you can eat it while making it. So there's absolutely no wait required. You don't have to wait for it to bake. You can go all out, and you can decorate it with absolutely anything. Wow, this looks really fun. And you can add even those, you get those tiny Skittles. You can add that. So yeah, basically go all out with whatever you can think of. So maybe come up with like a nice summer theme, make, the beach balls, and maybe like a small scene from the beach, a bucket of water, a sand, like a sand castle, whatever that you can think of, and add stuff to it. It'll be a lot of fun. So like Neha said, the idea of creating this kind of a concept is to have fun. And as you can see, she's loving it. There's a big smile on her face while she's eating that. So it's absolutely delicious. I'm sure you guys are enjoying it as well. Yeah? So yeah, go all out, kiddos, and enjoy this yummy, yummy dessert that you have made. Something that you can play with as well as eat. So big thumbs up there. And good job, you guys. You all have made this all by yourself. Awesome little chefs. Super awesome. So thank you so much, Neha. Thank you for being with us, with a little chef, with a little master chef rather, who's done this amazing, amazing session and created these absolutely adorable cookies with the Play-Doh. And we can't wait to try it, and all the kids have really enjoyed it. Guys, please do share pictures and videos of your kids enjoying this, and of course do follow our little chef out here on the Instagram. Her handle is Fun with Food. You can follow her on Facebook as well as her YouTube channel, where she does a whole bunch of workshops and more such fun and exciting recipes for the kids. So yes, thank you so much for joining in, and bye. I'm hoping that you guys are having a great weekend and enjoy the Sunday evening. Bye.